Being gone for a week makes me forget what buttons to push. Coming to you live from our top secret broadcasting bunker here at Area 52, just outside of the perimeter of Area 51, in a place where we won't get caught. This is Pastor Mike, and I'm online, and I am live, and it's Monday, and you're going, what in the world is Hoggman doing today on Monday? And it threw some people off, and I tweeted this. Let me just kind of tell you how I do things. If I'm not going to have a PMO, I'm going to tweet it. If I am going to have a PMO, I'm going to tweet it in advance. And we used to, with the old Watchman video website, we used to have like Jazz set it up, some kind of thing where you got email alerts when something happened, and then our website got hacked by people. Somebody from Saudi Arabia or something like that hacked our website, and that kind of did away with that. And the best way to keep in touch with what we're doing here, Pastor Mike Online or Watchman Broadcast or Bethel Church or whatever, is subscribe to our Twitter feed or just go to the website, because our Twitter feeds show up on the visitbethelchurch.com website, and you can pretty much know what's going on. All last week I posted the camp videos. If you have not seen those, I encourage you, because when I go to camp, I have fun. I have a lot of fun when I go to camp, and we had just a lot of interesting things going on, and I added a little humor here and there, blew up some kids and things like that. No big deal. All done with special effects, of course. And but anyway, every time I would blog that, the blog would be picked up by the sermon audio feed, which would send a tweet out saying there's a new blog post. And so it just lets everybody know there's something new on the blog. Also, when I tweet something or something is tweeted by some automatic things we have going on, it automatically gets posted to my Facebook wall. I'm writing on the wall. And so it's just a way that we keep everybody informed of what's going on. And I tweeted last night, I just kind of thought about it, and I thought, the next 2 weeks are going to kind of be messed up a little bit. And I've been gone all week last week. No Pastor Mike Online, no Watchman Broadcast or anything like that. And so I decided to throw in a Pastor Mike Online early in the week. And then I will be on again tomorrow, 1 to 2:30 in the afternoon Central Time. And then Thursday is Independence Day, July 4th. And I will be hip deep in grilled meats. And so I won't be here Thursday. And then the following week, my sweetie pie and I, next week, July 10th, will be celebrating 26 years of wedded bliss. And the older I get, and the longer that Lisa and I spend together, I'm not kidding you, I absolutely I just keep falling in love with my wife all over again. She is an outstanding woman. She is she literally is, as God designed, she is my help. And she is meat for my needs, and that's King James terms, if you don't know what that means. I didn't mean like M-E-A-T, like I bit her arm off and I'm walking around with a ham bone or something like that. But she is sufficient. She supplies for me things to help me think about, rules of the house and so on. I would be a pig slob if it wasn't for my wife. And so, and I don't mind talking about this. Last week, she didn't get to go to camp with me, although she went the year before, because Courtney had a baby. And she knew that she wasn't going to go anyway, so she opted out. And I missed her. I missed her. But Thursday night, I'm going, oh, my wife. I want to see my wife. And then Friday, I'm going, oh, I'm going to go home and see my wife. And so anyway, we are thinking about, we're not decided yet, we're thinking about taking a little trip sometime next week. Just her and I, just get alone, get away, look at things we've never looked at before, and so on. And so we haven't made any final plans yet. But so I'm just kind of thinking ahead here that Thursday, July 11th, I probably will not be doing a Pastor Mike Online. So what I plan on doing this week and next week, doing a Pastor Mike Online today, doing one tomorrow, doing a Pastor Mike Online next Monday, and then Tuesday, the day after that, just to try to get into a week. And that helps me because I always get this backlog of information I don't know what to do with. I missed doing the program last week. Dave Bradley, who went to camp with us, was trying to prod me and provoke me. Hey, you're going to do a Pastor Mike Online from camp? And to be honest with you, I honestly thought about it, but there's no internet. We're literally on top of a mountain in the Ozark Hills of northwest Arkansas. And there's no internet out there, so it just would have been nearly impossible to do that. So anyway, I missed it. I think you guys missed it as well, and here I am today. And really, what provoked this was something that I was able to look at a little bit of news last week. I upgraded my iPad so they could have a data account. And I was just kind of keeping track of some news, and there was something that came across the local CBS affiliate news app, KMOV, here in St. Louis, and it got my attention immediately. And I think I was sitting next to Dave Bradley, and I said, I know what this is. And I think I'm going to talk about it. So I compiled some information, and I tweeted last night that I'm going to explain a connection, and this is a real, tangible connection between Freemasonry and the Sodomite Pride movement, the rainbow. I hinted a little bit about that in the last two Prism videos, and I'm going to kind of go back over some of that information again today, but I'm going to show you some things. This happened in St. Louis, and there are some elements of St. Louis that I am uniquely aware of, being sort of a long-time inhabitor of the St. Louis area. And so I'll be sharing that with you today, and I'll be looking forward to any comments or any questions or any boo-hoos or I hate you, Mike, you're an idiot, or whatever. I'm looking forward to that today, and so on. But I've got some pieces of paper here, and I'm going to just kind of go, and a lot of them have to do with the gay marriage thing is the top of the news right now. And if you caught the sermon that I preached yesterday, I am feverishly worked up over this issue because, guys, if you believe the Bible and you know what the Scripture says, you know what's coming. You know what it is, a sure word of prophecy. And what God did in the old days, He's going to do in the new days. Where is Sodom right now? Does anybody live in Sodom? Nah, can't live there. If you believe Ron Wyatt and his little journey in the southwest area of the Dead Sea and his claim to find Sodom and Gomorrah, and his information was pretty interesting. He found little sulfur balls laying all over the place there, and it's literally is a place where they don't get any rain. There's just no rainfall to speak of. Maybe once, and who knows how often they get it, but they just don't get any rainfall. And if you go back in the book of Genesis chapter 13, you'll see that when Lot chose Sodom, Lot didn't choose Sodom because, oh man, I love deserts. I just love deserts. Deserts are so cool. He chose it because it was the well-watered plains of Sodom. And he had all this cattle, and he thought, well, there's the markets there, and I'll make money, and all this, And it doesn't exist anymore. God did it, and He did it for a reason. He destroyed that area, and He made it exactly what He said, completely uninhabitable. Now, I'm going to pull some scripture up here. I've got scripture floating around in my head here, and I'm going to have some help looking it up. So bear with me as I launch my King James Pure Bible Search software. If you don't have that, download it for free or call us or write us and we'll send you a disc, which basically all I did was download it for free and put it on a disc. You can do that, can't you? It's a free download for, so far we have Windows, Linux, Mac, I believe, and she is feverishly working on the Android version of it. And let's see here. Let me find the verse I'm looking for here, because God specifically talked about Sodom here. Let me just kind of go through the scriptures. And all I did is in the software, I just typed in the word Sodom, and then I put an asterisk after it. That's going to look for every word that has S-O-D-O-M and then anything after it. Like Sodom or Sodomites or Sodomah. You'll find that in the scriptures. Isaiah 3:9, the show of their countenance doth witness against them. They declare their sin as Sodom, they hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. And if you think that God is not going to honor His word in what He said, and I'm not saying this just because I think America is some big special thing, but I would say that any nation, any group of people, I would say any church or denomination that espouses sodomy, like Rick Warren has done, and Rob Bell, and Brian McLaren, and multitudes of these other ministers, they've embraced sodomy, and God says, woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. This is the phrase, this is what I had in my mind. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 19. You might want to turn there, write this note down or whatever. Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as. That word as, if you're looking for, I would say the word as, A-S, is one of the most significant words in the Bible when it comes to understanding the symbolism of the Bible. As it was in the days of Noah, as Jonas was in the whale's belly 3 days and 3 nights, so shall the Son of Man be in the heart of the earth. And the word as, God always uses that word to show you, if you see this, then this is as that. Okay? So he said that Babylon, the glory of the kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. He used Sodom and Gomorrah as examples of what's coming. And that's what Paul was getting at. He said those things are written aforetime, are written for our learning and our admonition. So we can go, you know what? That's what happened to Sodom. God's going to do it again. God would have to apologize to Sodom if He didn't judge the rest of the world because of that same thing. And then He said in verse 20, Isaiah 13:20, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. And that verse, if you go to that area that they suggest is the area of Sodom and Gomorrah, what you will find